Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford closing in on the deal for undisputed welterweight championship fight in October, and it's probably going to be in Las Vegas. Woo! We've been waiting on this fight for a long time, and we getting close. We getting so close, I can feel it. I can smell it. Man, it's been a long time coming, man, and I can't wait till this thing gets inked in and we ready to roll, man. So let's get right into it. What's going on? What's up? This your boy Get a Mic. Much love, peace, and blessings. Appreciate everybody for checking into the channel. And yup, we are Gym Boxing again, baby. We back up in here with the old channel name. Appreciate all the day ones, everybody for showing love that's been asking, man. But we back up in here, Gym Boxing. Yes, sir, we in the game, man. But man, Errol Spence, Terence Crawford looks like it's going down for October. So mark your calendars, call off from work, whatever you got to do, man, because it looks like it's going down. I see a ESPN article here that's basically saying that sources have came out, and I think it's Mike Coppinger. You know, he always get his little sources or whatever, that says it looks like this deal is in the works and we getting pretty close to a date. So article says, at long last, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford are on the verge of a summit meeting at 147 pounds. Spence, who holds 3 welterweight titles, and Crawford, the owner of one 147 pound belt, are closing in on the deal for October fight in Las Vegas for the undisputed welterweight championship. The boxers are still in negotiations, and there's still no agreement yet for the fight that will be presented by PBC on pay-per-view. Terence Crawford says, "I'm free to do whatever I want. There's nothing standing in the way from us fighting. There's no promotional company that's blocking it. There's no wrong side of the street. There's nothing. Let's see who is the best welterweight in the world." Woo-wee! Terence Crawford out here sounding like he ready for this fight, man. I'm trying to tell you, he been trying to get at that Spence fight for a while, man, and hey, he most likely gonna get his chance, man. But the only thing I'm thinking is this: will Terence Crawford be able to defeat Errol Spence Jr. when they share the ring? It's one thing to chase a fighter down. It's one thing to want to fight for years, but it's another thing sharing that ring, man, and seeing who's better. But I believe both fighters are up to the task. I believe both of these fighters want to fight each other. They've been talking about it for a while. I know we got fans of both sides that believe the other side is ducking, but hey, man, all that's over with now. It's about time to get this fight popping, man. And I'm ready. You know what I mean? I definitely do. And am leaning towards Errol Spence Jr. to win this fight. That's just how I'm looking at it. That's how I've always looked at it. Terence Crawford has a chance, and is a little, I mean, obviously, if you're an Errol Spence fan, there got to be a small bit of concern, you know what I'm saying? Because this is definitely a good matchup. You know, it's definitely a good stylistic matchup. Terence Crawford does have what it takes to beat anybody, and so does Errol Spence Jr. But like I said, I think Errol Spence Jr. is, in my opinion, gonna win. I think he's the better athlete. I think he's, you know, got more punching power. I think he's naturally bigger. But Terence Crawford does have boxing skills. You know, he is able to switch things up and make things difficult on fighters. He got very, very good boxing IQ, and it could be possible that he come in here and make it very tough on Errol Spence Jr. But I just don't know if that's gonna happen. I think Errol Spence is just too good. I think his activity rate is just too high. I think his power and his ability to put people in a pressure cooker, as Roy Jones Jr. would call it, is going to be just a problem for Terence Crawford, man. It's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? And you know, it still remains to be seen, but I got a feeling that Errol Spence Jr. going to get in that ring and he going to call Terence Crawford's bluff. You know what I mean? Terence Crawford acting like the boogeyman, walking around, you know, talking a bunch of crap, like, you know, like he's just the baddest man on the planet, which I believe he feel like he is. I got a feeling he's going to get in that ring with Errol Spence Jr. and he's going to realize, hold on, man, I'm the second best, baddest man on the planet. I'm the second baddest man on the planet. But anyway, man, ESPN, obviously they're leaning in favor of Terence Crawford. You could just tell the way they move about things in their articles and the way they talk, and all of the commentators and hosts and everything. They're all looking towards Terence Crawford, you know, to win this fight. I even heard Max Kellerman, call this Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence. But come on, man. We know what time that is, man. We know Errol Spence Jr. the A side in this fight, man. And there's no question about it. He's been at the weight class longer. He definitely got more belts. He's definitely got the bigger fan favorite. He's much more favored by the fans. So we know he's the number one guy in the division. We know Errol Spence is top dog. Terence Crawford definitely believes he can take it over. He definitely believes he's gonna beat Errol Spence Jr. and become undisputed and be the top guy, man. But the article continues. Crawford, ESPN's number one pound for pound boxer, parted ways with longtime promoter, Top Rank Bob Arum following a 10th round TKO of Sean Porter in November. Okay, PBC, who Spence is aligned with, rarely does business with other promoters. This is what they're saying on the article. Now that Crawford is a free agent, the path is clear to make a super fight, or make the super fight. The sport's inability to deliver the fight has been a source of frustration among fans for years, but Crawford believed the matchup is definitely bigger now. Spence, pound for pound, obviously, definitely a pound for pound number one in a lot of people's charts, so top 5. We know he returned from surgery. He got his eye repaired for a detached retina. He scored a 10th round TKO versus Yordenis Ugas back in April. Had that boy eye all busted up, all swollen up. The 32-year-old from DeSoto, Texas, was set to fight legendary Manny Pacquiao in August, but withdrew, with his eye injury, and we know how that went. Yordenis Ugas went ahead and beat Pacquiao, but the article just, rambling on, giving us the history or whatever. But like I said, we definitely are getting close to this fight. Now it's time to put up or shut up for both of these fighters. There's been a lot of back and forth between them. They've met up with each other multiple times. Argued in the basically backstage, got into it with each other, man. But now it's really time to really start looking at this fight for what it is and breaking this thing down for, the X's and O's, so to speak, of boxing, the sweet science. And let's look at who we think can win, what can happen. We know Terence Crawford is gonna probably have his bet. He's gonna have to have his best work early on. We know Errol Spence usually turns up the heat as the fight goes on. You know what I mean? More and more and more. But then again, we know Terence Crawford usually likes to start slow. He usually likes to take his time and feel out his opponents before he know what he got to do, which, that could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, because we know Errol Spence does get started from round 1 and he really starts putting the pressure on and winning those early rounds. But we also seen, on the other hand, we've also seen fighters do well against Errol Spence Jr. early, but just couldn't stand the test of time, man. They just couldn't hold up in the fight. And that could possibly be a situation that we see with Crawford. He might come out and start doing well against Errol Spence, but as that pressure kicks up and those punches and body punches start landing and you start getting deep into the fight around 9, 10, 11, who knows, man? We might see Terence Crawford go down, officially. We might see him get hurt. We might see him get wobbled. We might see him get hit to the body, and curl up like Keith Thurman do when he get hit to the body. Nah, these just jokes, man. But it's a lot of different outcomes and different ways that this fight can go. Terence Crawford definitely has shown, and he wants to continue to show, that he does have power at this division. He is strong. He definitely wants to show that he is the boogeyman, or he is the bully of the division. And I think he's going to come out to really try to shock a lot of people in this fight. He wants to be looked at as the greatest 147-pound of not only our generation, but of all time. But anyway, man, like I said, interesting situation, interesting fight. We can't wait to see how this thing turns out. It's going to be interesting. We're going to continue to talk about it over and over and over again. We're going to talk about this fight until your ears tired of hearing about it. And we're going to do it big here, right here on Gym Boxing, man. We back up in the building. This your boy, Get a Mic. Appreciate everybody for checking into the video. Thank you for everybody that support me. And make sure y'all support. Smash the like button. It's free. So I'm out of here. Peace.